What is up, everybody? How is it going? Austin Prechtelevate Performance, coming at you live. Happy Wednesday. It is Winning Wednesday, going live super early today because I am still stay-at-home dadding it. Kiddo is still not feeling too hot, but that's okay. That's okay. We're getting shit done. We're being adaptive, like I talked about yesterday. If you don't know about that, go watch my live yesterday. It was a goodie about being adaptive and getting shit done no matter what. And that's what we're doing again today, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about is playing the case of playing the game of worst case scenarios, right? Playing the game of worst case scenarios and why that could be the springboard to you starting your journey. Because what's the worst thing that could happen, right? So as you are tuning in, let me know how your day is going. Give this video a like so other people get a chance to see it. Helps with the algorithm. If you're watching this at a later time, hashtag replay so I know that you saw it. But guys, let's jump into it. So I just put out a post this morning about playing the game of worst case scenarios. So often people focus on why they can't do something, or they focus on the bad shit that could happen if they try something and they fail, right? All of us are so afraid of failure, but whenever you sit back and you look at it and you think about it from like a different perspective, and you're like honestly, like think to yourself, like what is the worst thing that could happen if you start your fitness journey today? What's the worst thing that could happen if you start trying to lose weight or you start trying to get fit and healthy, right? What's the worst thing that could happen? Most of the time, the thing that comes to mind is you quit and you stop and you're exactly where you're at right now. Is that so bad, right? Is that so bad to have that happen and for it to just not be, this time around to have it not be the one time that's successful because you quit, right? Like, is it so bad and so scary that it stops you from even trying, right? A lot of us come from like a perfectionist background or a perfectionist mindset, and the sooner you can get out of that headspace and get out of your own way, the sooner you're actually going to start to see progress. But what is the worst thing that could happen to you if you start today, right? What's the worst thing that could happen? You quit, right? And you're exactly where you're at right now. Is that so bad? Like you're doing it right now, you're living it right now, and so you're thinking about all these bad things that could happen. But at the end of the day, it's no further backwards than where you're at right now, right? And so if you start today, so many people focus on the negative shit of what could happen if they start and they fail. But think about this for a second. What could happen if you don't fail, right? Think of the best case scenario, right? We so often focus on playing this game of, all these bad things that could happen, but play that out in your head. What is like the worst thing that could actually happen is that you're exactly where you're at right now. But we overlook so often because we're so focused on the negative of what could actually be, what could actually happen, right? If you're a mom, if you're a parent, if you're, like let's focus on that for a second. Like if you're a mom or a parent, like think about it this way. Like the best case scenario, you reach your goals, right? You feel fucking awesome. Like you become this next level version of yourself. Like what if you succeed, right? Have you ever thought about that? So often like people like they discount themselves before they even start, and so they never start, right? They're too worried about all the bad shit that could happen, but they don't think about all the good shit that could happen, right? You could feel like you're on top of the world. You could get rid of your anxiety of going out to social events or going to the pool or feeling like you're like that you can't wear a two-piece, or like that you can't like fit into those clothes that you've got like in your closet, like that you've been saving for a really long time because you like you've wanted it. You in your mind you've always felt like there's this little part of you that like felt like you could like that you're gonna fit back into those clothes one day. Like I hear that conversation. I have that conversation every week with women who I'm talking to, and they tell me like always they've got clothes in their closet like that they want to wear, that they've saved, because there's a part of them that thinks and knows that like believes, even if it's the smallest bit, they believe like that they're gonna get there one day, right? But they don't start. And so they're never going to get there unless they start, but there's that part of them, there's that belief that it's still going to happen. What if that actually came true, right? What if when that does come true, you're going to be able to wear those clothes again. You're going to be able to feel confident. You're going to feel as good externally, and they're not going to have that mismatched feeling of what's going on internally, right? You're going to be like you're going to be on a different like playing field with yourself. You're going to have that ability to feel confident again whenever you look in the mirror. You're not going to pick yourself apart every time you look in the mirror. Like that shit happens every day. every day for a lot of moms out there, for a lot of women out there. I know it's true because I talk to them and we break it down and we talk about it whenever I have phone calls with them, and that is something that a lot of people struggle with, and it's not just women that struggle with that, but I work with a lot of women, so that's what that's what I hear a lot. And imagine if you could fix all that shit, right? If you could solve those low levels of anxiety with those things, if you could no longer have that fear of failure. But guys, like, and just like, hear me out. Like, what if you succeed and you reach that, right? You're turning this worst case scenario, right? That really isn't even that bad in the grand scheme of things. You're no better or worse off than where you're at right now if you fail, right? But what if you succeed, right? What if you succeed? What if you reach your goals? What if you are the fun mom finally? What if you don't have to worry about what your kids are going through at school, because kids are little shitheads sometimes and they talk shit about stuff, like, right? Like, I've had conversations with moms who are worried that their kids are going to get picked on because they have, and this is not my words, theirs, like the fat mom, right? Like, they don't want to be they don't want to be the fat mom anymore. They want to be the fun mom. They want to be the mom that doesn't have to worry about this or have the anxieties of those things on a day to day for their families, for their kids. Like, what if you're able to like best case scenario, you improve your entire family's life because you start learning these healthy habits and start to implement it, and then your family picks up on it too. You're teaching your kids lifelong skills that are going to help them later on in life, so they don't have to go through what you're going through. Like, that's the best case scenario. So often people don't think about what could happen if they succeed, and they only weigh the options of the negatives, right? They only weigh the negatives. They don't actually look at the positives. And a lot of that stems from not actually believing that they can get there, but there's that grain of hope, and that's what I'm trying to like water today for you guys. Is that grain of hope? Is if you start today, if you pursue it, if you do something about it, I guarantee you're gonna have the best like rest of 2021 of your life. You're gonna have the best 2022. That's for damn sure. And if you just start, right? Like, New Year's is gonna be here before you know it, in the blink of an eye. This year went by way faster than like the past year even did, and it's not gonna slow down anytime soon. So, like, what are you freaking waiting for already? Like, just do it. Like start. Like it can't hurt, right? So start today. Start today. Yeah, you're not gonna be any worse off than you would be where you're at right now, if you think about it that way. So freaking start. Other than that, guys, that's all I got for you today. That's all I wanted to talk about. Just wanted to reference that and kind of go over that. Before I got to get my kiddo up, I heard him kind of rambling upstairs a little bit, so I'm going to probably get bouncing so we don't have any cute little interruptions like we had yesterday. But I would really appreciate if you guys give this video a like, helps other people see it. If you think somebody's going to get value from this, if somebody's like teetering on the edge of like starting, or maybe you're that person, tag somebody in the comments that you think will get value from this. If you've got like a friend and you guys have been like talking about like, yeah, we're going to start our fitness journey, like we're going to start, like, tag them in this shit and be like, we're not waiting any longer. We're making it happen. What's the worst thing that could happen? Ask yourself that, and like really ask yourself that and think about it, and like be like, wow, like the worst thing that could happen is probably not even that bad, right? Why am I so scared of it? Like, think about all the good shit that could actually happen if I do this today, if I start today, if I do this for myself. But you have to start, right? You have to start. Don't watch this live, feel a little bit fucking motivated, and then sit on it all day, and then go to work, get your mental and your mindset and shit like run through the gutter because you're at work and you don't like your job or something, and then it's nighttime and you're like, well, I'm not going to do it, I guess. Like, don't do that shit to yourself. Like, actually take action. Like, make a commitment to yourself to like actually do something about it. Don't sit and wait. Don't sit and wait for the motivation to fade, because it will fade. It will fade, and then you're not gonna do anything. So do something, guys. Do something. Like, start today. Like, make a commitment to yourself, to your family, to like to your future self, right, and to your future. Do it. Like, that's all I got to say for you guys today. Let me know your number one takeaway in the comments down below. If you're watching this at a later time, hashtag replay so I know that you saw it. I'm going to go get my kid ready, make him some breakfast. I'm going to have some scrambled eggs with ketchup, because that's the only way he'll eat those motherfuckers. So other than that, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I will talk to you all later.